definition of feminism and the racism toward our men and our people that's been used by those who call themselves feminists, by those who call themselves advocates for women's rights, by those who call themselves advocates for a woman's life, to justify the genocide of our people, the killing of our women, men, and children, and the racist and Islamophobic villainizing of our brothers, our fathers, and our boys. Today we say no more. No more! Today we say no to colonizers. No to colonizers! No to Zionists! No to Zionists! And no to colonial feminists! No to colonial feminists! Today we are reclaiming our narrative. We are refusing the silencing, and we are rejecting the propaganda. Today we demand to be heard. We demand to be seen. And we're telling the world that true feminists are here to teach you a lesson on resistance, on love and care, and on how to say no to injustice. Palestine is a feminist cause. It is an indigenous cause. It is an anti-imperialist cause. And it is an anti-racist cause. That's right. Zionism and colonialism cannot be feminist. Right. I repeat, Zionism and colonialism cannot be feminist. It isn't within our power to refuse them and say today and every day, shut down colonial feminism, shut down Zionism, and shut down all attempts to twist our narratives and erase our people. We love you all, and we are empowered by your presence with us today. We find strength in you, and we say with you out here and out loud, cease fire now! Cease fire now! End the genocide! End the genocide! End the siege on Gaza! End the siege on Gaza! And free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Woo! Justice is our demand! Justice is our demand! No peace on stolen land! No peace on stolen land! Freedom is our demand! Freedom is our demand! No peace on stolen land! No peace on stolen land! When people are occupied! When people are occupied! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! When people are occupied! When people are occupied! Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! New York City! We've been watching you! We've been watching you flood the streets! We've been watching you shut down the bridges! We've been watching you raise hell! Because we know that New York City stands with Palestine! New York City stands with Yemen! New York City stands with all the oppressed people of the world! As guests here, we thank you for turning up, turning out, and for supporting us, the Palestinian Feminist Collective, in our first national action, which we are honored to host in your city. As we shut down colonial feminism, we uplift and advance Palestinian feminism as a liberatory vision and practice. We stand on the shoulders of over a century of Palestinian women's movements, which teach us that social and political liberation are inseparable. They teach us that an embodied intersectional practice is necessary for creating safe space for survivors of sexual and gendered violence.
and for safeguarding the integrity of our communities and movement and the revolutionary ethos of our struggle.
That's right.
Our feminism asserts that all of us, across ability, age, citizenship, faith, class, gender, geography, political affiliation, race, and sexuality, constitute an ecosystem defined by anti-colonial consciousness, self-reliance, and communal interdependence. Our feminist practice upholds radical love for each other and for all of you as an act of liberation that grounds our resistance. It is a militant defiance to colonial and imperial violence and a life-affirming and revolutionary practice of building a feminist present and future. Our feminism draws strength from Palestinian mothers who are defenders of land and life. Our mothers have been the first to teach us what defiance is. It is they who are the unrecognized forces of labor in our movement. It is they who teach us responsibility to our people and movement. Our feminism embodies a collective Palestinian spirit of Samud. Palestinian prisoners teach us that Samud is a revolutionary existence enacted through patience, defiance, devotion to liberation, and a commitment to life beyond colonial violence and authority. We refuse to break under the threat and torture of our imperial and colonial captors. We will not disappear despite settler colonial designs that demand our annihilation. We persevere in collective struggle until all prisons are dismantled and all of us are free. Our feminism seeks the rematriation of our martyrs and the right to bury the dead with dignity, free and in peace and in the land of their ancestors. Our feminism affirms that our land and people are one indivisible watan. We seek to abolish Zionism's systematic regime of rightlessness, dispossession, military occupation, apartheid, siege, war that has been ongoing since before the 1948 Nakba, and which has now claimed the lives of 30,000 Palestinians in Gaza in this genocide.
Shame!
Shame! From the northern Galilee to the southernmost tip of Al-Naqab, to the Jordan River, to the cradle of our resistance in Gaza, all of Palestine is ours. Our feminism promises the return of the people to the land and the land to the people. Because land is the spiritual, political, and moral compass that guides our movement. It is a provider of life and renewal and sustenance, not a site of capitalist plunder and extraction. As we defend the land, we assert the inalienable rights of the Palestinian refugees and exiles to return to their original homes. Our feminism affirms that Palestinian boys, men, and fathers are our kin, and we love them. We stand with our men against all those justifying and enacting violence upon their bodies, souls, and dignity. We refuse to allow them to be rendered disposable to the affective world where Palestinian children and women are given partial, even if minimal, recognition. We recognize and support the transformative power of children and youth as the anchors of Palestine's decolonial future. And our feminist vision centers the working class, the poor, and the fallahin, which are central to our revolutionary tradition. And finally, Our feminism celebrates and builds upon the long legacies of everyday solidarity and joint struggle between Palestinian, Black, Indigenous, Third World, working class, and queer peoples of the world. Our communities have long organized side by side within larger anti-imperialist, anti-racist, anti-colonial, and anti-capitalist movements. We pledge our devotion to Palestinian liberation, just as we struggle for liberation for all peoples of the world. We continue a long tradition of shoulder-to-shoulder struggle and extend love and appreciation to our comrades in South Africa who have stood with us in our most catastrophic days. Today especially, we stand with our people in Yemen who are under attack by the forces of empire because they dare to fight back. And as we work to end this genocide in Palestine, we must remember that our fight against Zionism requires the dismantlement of the US war machine. Stop the killing, stop the crimes from Yemen to Palestine.
Stop the killing, stop the crimes from Yemen to Palestine.
Stop the killing, stop the crimes from Yemen to Palestine.
Stop the killing, stop the crimes from Yemen to Palestine.
We thank you all for being with us today. We have an incredible program lined up for us today, and we want to bring up Najwa and Dalia from the Palestinian Feminist Collective, who are going to talk about why we are here.